Hey there, Dustin Wright with Portfolio Commercial, and this is your Portfolio Newsletter, Volume 33, December 2025. We've got three really cool stories for you, really just to show you, basically to demonstrate how massive the growth not only has been coming to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and quite honestly, if you've been watching these videos along with us, we're continuing to announce these things where these growth of these companies are happening. There's some really cool things, and I'm excited about some of these stories as examples of the major development that's happening in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and Texas, kind of across the board. So our first story out of the gate is that Google is basically building a $1 billion data center, one of which is 165 acres in Red Oak and spreading into Midlothian. That's going to be a massive complex, and we're going to see a lot more from the data center standpoint. We've already seen data centers coming in, whether it be Austin, here, Houston. We're already seeing a lot of that from the major tech companies coming in place. Now with the major investment into AI that's happening in our country right now, we're going to see another add-on of data centers to support the AI component, not just the tech companies of what they're doing. So keep an eye on that. Right now, Google's planning on spending $40 billion through now to 2027 here in the Panhandle, kind of throughout Texas. So Google's making a major investment happening in Texas as we speak. And what does that mean? New jobs, tech jobs specifically, coming this way, because we're going to become a lot more of a tech and financial hub over the next 5 to 10 years, which that leads me to our second story, and will obviously lead me to our third story. Our second story has to do with a group that's actually coming. They're working with an Austin development firm, but basically they're being built out around the Trinity Mills station, around the DART rail. Now, what they're expanding and expecting to happen in Dallas, and this is going to be happening in Carrollton, is they're building an 800-unit mixed-use, little retail, residential, apartments, condos, entire facility built around the Trinity Rail. Why is that such an interesting story? Well, in Texas and Dallas in particular, we drive everywhere. We're so spread out. Well, what we're starting to see happen on the Dallas side of things, and even just a little further north of Carrollton, we're going to see a lot denser communities start being developed where you're going to have walkable lifestyle, which means public transit will likely be used more frequently. And that's part of Dallas's vision for a 20-year arc to see a lot more public transit and walking transit like major metropolitan cities like LA, New York, et cetera. So keep an eye on that particular project that's coming in Carrollton specifically. And then our third story, which is a really another big thing that's coming up, Wells Fargo is at the moment referring to it as a regional headquarters, but they are building a $570 million campus in Las Colinas. Now, here's why that's bigger than just Wells Fargo's building a couple new buildings in Las Colinas. They're building, along with JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, building up around the Dallas area in particular, because Dallas has launched its own stock exchange. In fact, the colloquial phrase is it's going to be called Y'all Street instead of Wall Street. So as we see these major financial companies opening up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, there are projections, and the rumor mill right now is that Dallas will basically replace the New York Stock Exchange. In fact, the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange have already opened up locations here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So what does that mean? It means we're expecting Dallas to become a much bigger financial stronghold within not only the United States, but also the world in terms of economic exchange. So those are two key things: the tech sector coming from California and relocating here, and the financial sector coming from New York and California relocating here. Massive growth and expansion coming this way, specifically for the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So again, keep up with us on some of these stories. We've even got new stuff brewing right now we can't wait to tell you about in next month's newsletter. But make sure that you remember that we want to make sure we educate you and help you understand what's going on, and we want to be a part of your portfolio.